Hello everyone, I'm Ed Park, Managing Director at ATMS Logistics Inc. Today, I'd like to take a close look at two key documents required for U.S. Custom clearance, the Commercial Invoice and the Packing List. I plan to release additional videos that go into more detail on other custom-related topics as well. So please stay tuned and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. A commercial invoice is an official document provided by the exporter to the importer that contains detailed information about the goods being sold. It is a critical document because it is used to determine customs duties and fee. Accurate unit pricing is a mandatory requirement. Understanding the value to evade taxes like illegal and may result in serious financial and legal consequences. Many companies have been penalized, as you may have seen in the news. It also to determine whether an import is authorized. U.S. Customs does not always ask for the invoice at the time of entry, but if requested, it must be submitted, so it is important to prepare it accurately and honestly. A packing list is a document provided by the exporter to the importer and the carrier that details how goods are packed per unit. Together with a commercial invoice, it is essential in international trade for a purpose such as customs clearance, inspections by customs or carriers, reference for quantity, weight, and the volume during transportations, warehouse management. Now, let's explore what information a commercial invoice should actually contain. The first, the invoice number and the issue date. The invoice number is a required field for customs clearance. The second, the exporter and importer contact details. U.S. Customs maintain a vast database of importers and exporters. If a company has been restricted or flagged, that information will likely be available to the customs. Just because previous shipment cleared without issues does not guarantee future success. Always stay compliant. Third, the product name, specifications, quantity, unit price, and total value. Be precise with the quantity and unit price. Some try to underreport these figures to reduce duties, but that is considered fraud and comes with heavy penalties and legal risk. Next, the HS, which is a harmonized system code or tariff classifications. This determines the applicable duty rate. I'll be creating a separate video to explain tariff code in more detail, so please stay tuned and subscribe. Then, the country of origin. This determines eligibility for preferential or duty-free treatment. A full video about country of origin requirement also will be released soon. Additional information on the invoice is terms of trade, in other words, Incoterm. These define responsibilities and cost sharing between buyer and seller. I'll also cover this in more detail in another upcoming videos. Payment term. Simply put, how and when payment is made. For example, 50% deposit upon order and remaining balance to be paid within 10 days of delivery. Shipping method. Most U.S. imports are done by ocean or air. Occasionally, goods may pass through a third country, such as Canada or Mexico, and then continue by train or truck into the U.S. This could be for cost savings, customs efficiency, or logistical reasons. Lastly, a signature is also required. A sample commercial invoice with all the elements we just discussed is shown on the screen. U.S. Customs does not require a specific format of invoice as long as the necessary information is included. Please use this sample as a reference only. Now, let's go over what a packing list should include. Exporter and importer contact informations. The next, invoice number and issue date. Shipping method. These three are the same as a commercial invoice, so we won't go into details again here. The next, port of departure and destination. Typically, the name of the shipping and receiving seaport or airport. The product name and quantity. Similar to the commercial invoice, but in the packing list, the packing unit detail must also be included. For example, if multiple units of the same products are packed in a box, the list should show how many units per box and how many boxes per items should be indicated. Additional packing list details also should include net weight and gross weight. Net weight refers to the product weight including its detailed packaging, while gross weight includes the net weight plus any shipping material such as pallets. Box dimension and quantity. Not mandatory but very helpful, especially if multiple boxes are involved. Marking or numbering for easy identifications of boxes during handling and inspections. Loading instruction if necessary. For example, do not stack. I'm sharing sample packing lists on the screen. As with a commercial invoice, U.S. Customs does not require fixed format as long as all required details are included. Use a sample as a reference for your own documentations. Today, we've taken a closer look at commercial invoices and packing lists, following up on our previous video about required documents for U.S. Customs clearance. If you find this beneficial, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More videos are on the way covering other key topics related to U.S. import. If you have any questions or need assistance, please feel free to contact me at the email shown on the screen. I'll be happy to help. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next videos. Have a wonderful day.